DOIJ podcast. Today we are talking about something major that I myself cannot even believe, even though I myself saw it. And I've been trying to get that photo, but I don't think I'm going to be able to for at least a week. And at least a few more days anyway. And that is the fact that we have the official, unofficial confirmation of the next location for the next Grand Theft Auto game, which is Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, if that's what it's actually going to be called, who knows? It could be called Grand Theft Auto Vice City, whatever. But basically, it's going to be Vice City. That is the location. The location is Vice City. It was confirmed during a, now it could have been at a different time, it could have been put up at a different time for everybody else, depending on what channel they were watching. But if you were watching Fox, like if you're watching the Super Bowl 54 on Fox, then you would have seen it. Hello, Stephanie.
Sorry, I'm late. It's a bit windy, that is why, but hello, Zach,
sorry,
how you doing today?
Say that again, sorry, I keep forgetting my phone doesn't automatically keep it on, keep the Discord voice chat on speaker, so I was like, why are you so low? Oh yeah, I haven't.
I'm on different headphones instead of my phone. So if you hear wind, that is why I'm walking and talking. Did we miss the podcast today?
So I know Stephanie here is in the UK, so she probably doesn't even really know what the Super Bowl is. But basically, for those of you who don't know...
49's won, I think.
No, what?
I think I heard that, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, I heard on Facebook that the 49's won, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, basically, it's a big sport event. It's like the final sport event, so who's the world champs of that year of that sport. The sport is football. I believe football is the biggest sport in the United States, and it's American football where they throw the ball. It's not, where they're kicking the ball around. Really pissed that whatever country actually has that as their name for football, because that is so brilliant. It makes so much sense. But instead we call it soccer for whatever reason. I don't know. I love America, but sometimes other countries, what they call things like, wow, we could have called it that. That was so simple. We want the complex version. What the hell is wrong with us? we want the random, like football. You don't touch it with your foot, except maybe only one person touches the ball with their foot the entire.
Similar to rugby, but it's like
it's basically rugby
without the armor.
Yeah, it's basically probably a more complex version of rugby. I mean, I've kind of heard what rugby is. Anyway, so it's like like rugby, but the Super Bowl is like the big event, like who wins the cup, who gets the rings put on their fingers. Who's the best of the best, basically.
Basically, who gets bragging rights.
Yeah. So anyway, it was. Which I'm surprised that Rockstar did this, and I know if you, I wish I had take my phone out in time. I wish they had shown it again. For even a few more seconds, but what Rockstar did, and now when I tell this to you, if you saw this, then you're probably going to think that I'm, just overthinking this, that I'm jumping to conclusions, but I'm actually using logic here. And I'll explain the logic as to how I know, not what I think, but how I know that this is Rockstar or Take-Two, whoever, decided to, whatever office it came down from to do this. But what they did is they put, and you go online, I actually recommend you do this, Google GTA Vice City. So you can do GTA Vice City cover if you want. But basically what you'll see is you'll look for the cover photo, and if you see how it's, now the cover photo of pretty much every Grand Theft Auto game, like Vice City on forward, is pretty much the same. At least same style anyway. Where it's a bunch of photos from the game, whether it's like, I don't think it's ever in-game, it's never really in-game pictures, screenshots, whatever. It's usually just like art drawn, and obviously what you'll be seeing on the cover you can find in-game somewhere, whether it be a character, something in the background, a building, a gun, whatever. But it's a bunch of little photos collaged, smash, however you want to put together, and then it'll have the title on it. Now, what Vice City did with the title is they put it in a nice. It's technically two pinks. We're going to call it a pink. We're going to call it Vice City Pink. That's what I want to call it. But they put it in pink, and they put it in. Yeah, this person moved. They put it in. It's a certain font. I've never really seen it used before, except for in Vice City. So I'm going to call it Vice City font. That's what I'm going to call it, just because I have never seen it anywhere else. But you go and look that up, and this is basically what they did for the. But this is basically what they did, except for instead of using photos or concept art or art from the game, and instead of saying Vice City, or Grand Theft Auto Vice City, what they did is they put a bunch of NFL players, they put their photos, collage it together, and they put Super Bowl LIV or 54. And by the way, before you go thinking I'm even half decent at Roman numerals, I suck. I actually had to Google that to see what the so because I know they wouldn't put 54s in the letters, normal lettering. Why they don't do that, I don't know, but it's whatever. It's tradition now, so whatever. Who cares? A million years from now, we'll be able to count to a million just looking back at the Super Bowls. So in Roman numerals. So you know what? I don't really mind. But anyway, and they put Super Bowl, 54, and the normal lettering how any lettering would be on a game, and then they put Miami. Well, it was at Super Bowl 54 in Miami. So Miami was the only one with the pink lettering, and it wasn't just any pink. It's like a neon-esque pink. Like if you think of Las Vegas, and I don't mean like the modern Las Vegas. I mean like the older Las Vegas, like pre-80s, like probably close to 50s, 60s, 70s, something like that. Maybe even 80s. Las Vegas. You think of like those neon, like the old classic original neon signs, like a lot better than the ones nowadays. Go figure, right? Yeah, but that's what it is. It's a neon pink. Like it really seems like it's coming from a sign. Like you'd expect it to see. Like you'd expect to drive down. I don't live in Las Vegas. So I don't know that main road or anywhere in Las Vegas with the shops. Like, you expect to see it on a sign. Or on a building, just like that. Like you can Google it right now and look. But that's what they did, and that's all. That's one of the reasons that I know that it is a confirmation of Vice City. Now, how do I know it's a Rockstar? You're asking. You're asking. Well, the NFL could have done that, or Fox could have done that, and while like on their own, without Rockstar saying, "Hey, let's do this. Can you do this? Whatever." Which, of course, Rockstar could have also not said, hey, do that. But instead, definitely it is a confirmation. Whether it is like a leak, or it is Rockstar doing, or Take-Two. Rockstar, Take-Two, whoever. I'm going to say Rockstar.
In GTA 6, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know, because GTA 6 is the next game. Now, we don't know if it's going to be called GTA 6. We're just saying GTA 6 because that's the next number. We're not. That's the easiest thing to say.
Yeah, we don't know the next number.
We're just everyone's just calling it GTA 6 because that's because otherwise we'd be speculating a billion names that we don't that none could be true. But either way, it is the next title.
GTA 6
it is 6 in the series. So
come out with the name for the game.
Yeah, exactly. But we do know the next one. So 5, we have GTA 5, which is what I'm currently playing right now, and then we have GTA 6. So it's kind of. That's what I call it, GTA 6.
Something and it's GTA 5.
Yeah, for all we know, it could be GTA, Vice City, Modern Heights, or who knows what it's going to be, you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure they put on the map, GTA 6. From what I saw, I was watching Northern Italy today.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm pretty sure they've confirmed the map for GTA 6. I was watching North East video today. He's going into a little bit of detail about it, so.
Yeah, and now there is the rumor and the leak that it's going to be multiple maps, but from this we can tell this Vice City is going to be main map. Like they're not. Well, I mean, there's going to be. Well, I don't know if it's going to be like one map, but or
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go for loading screens unless they absolutely have to. Unless it's gonna be like, hey, take a boat ride, take a plane trip, whatever. I don't think they're gonna do that. Seeing as how they're gonna be releasing it with the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet or whatever that one's gonna be called.
Next Xbox and next PS. PS5 are gonna release it.
Yeah, PS5 and Xbox Scarlet, I think is what it was last called by Microsoft, by the way. So that's not just me going, oh yeah, let me just guess a name for this thing. If I had to guess a name, they'd probably call it Xbox 5,000,001. You know what I mean? Like they don't know to count. So like, I'm sorry, I don't know how
Xbox will do what they want. Microsoft will do what they want with naming their consoles.
Yeah, I honestly don't care as long as it's something offensive. I really don't care what it's called. As long as I can remember what it's called.
It's going to be at least $400 or $500.
Oh, yeah.
We all know that.
Definitely. Yeah, because I mean, they're going to be high end, they're going to be, really graphics.
So with the PS5, it's not really expensive, and there's maybe those that go out there and buy it straight out, flexing that they can just buy whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, that'll be.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it'll definitely be expensive. That's for sure. But yeah, so they'll have that, next generation hardware to deal with this. So they could do just one. But anyways, it's gonna from the rumors and leaks and all that, or supposed leaks anyway. It's gonna take everything with a grain of salt. What's been rumored is there's gonna be about 4 different islands, so 4 different states, whatever.
Damn, that's actually gonna be interesting.
Yeah, well, it's about 3 or 4. I mean, I think it was like.
I wonder if Kong will bring out a GTA 6 server.
If what?
When GTA 6 comes out, Kong
of course. Of course I'll have another DOIJ. Yeah, of course I'll have DOIJ RP for GTA 6. Yeah. Because it's going to be, because don't forget, and this was said, and Jeff Tutorials, that's who it was. I mentioned this in the last video, not the last podcast, but the video I did last night, like right after the Super Bowl, after everybody was.
It was the one with the weird penguin thing, I think. I was the last podcast we got that.
So what?
Yeah. The last podcast I was the one we were talking about that penguin. That was just like, what the heck?
Oh,
it was so I'm a bit busy.
Yeah, I feel there, yeah. But, But, yeah, Jeff Tutorials is someone that I kind of watch, and he only puts stuff, and I've actually, I believe he links to stuff. I believe he links to stuff, I can't remember. But, like, he'll only talk about, like, stuff that's been confirmed. Now, he, still does a little bit of rumoring, or a little bit of, hey, no, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. But he will do, like, a little bit of speculation, not a whole lot. But he'll kind of make a video on, okay, this is what was talked about in the last, like this is what was released, that was talked about in the last quarterly call or business call or whatever between Take-Two and Rockstar and the investors and all that. So I guess investor quarterly, I don't know, whatever it's called. And one of them did say that they're going to have a shorter story. And they're going to focus. They're still going to have a story, but they're going to be more focused on the online aspect, which would mean that we're going to get more things to do. Which
the online aspect of GTA at the moment is kind of
Yeah, kind of like I don't get me wrong. I'm glad they're going in the direction that they're going and starting to release F1.
I haven't done it personally, but it seems like it's quite popular.
What? The
casino heist.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, I don't mind it.
I haven't done it myself yet because I did actually get someone to run me through the or we get the firefighter uniform and possibly the prison guard uniforms, but
yeah,
because LAO uniform changes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get you there, man. Yeah, I get your stuff. Yeah, that's but that is definitely another topic for another podcast.
Yeah.
But I mean, and so just seeing as how they're already going with focusing more on the online aspect straight out of the gate. I mean, because I know that right now GTA 5 they're more focused on, with GTA 5 they're more focused on the online aspect because that's where they're making their money. I mean, that's how they're making the funds. That's how they make the funds to finish RDR2. To be able to delay it GTA 6 announcement was made due to the Super Bowl, or this is the original release date? I think, I know that's a really good question. He just said in the YouTube chat here, do you think the GTA 6 announcement was made due to the Super Bowl, or this was the original release date? Now, I don't think it was the original release date. I mean, it could be, but I think more the fact that it was Super Bowl, they wanted to kind of hint something like they wanted to see how many people would get it, because, again, and here's the reason that I know that it wasn't just that it wasn't Fox, that Rockstar had something to do with it, whether it was someone that works for Fox, is like team of graphic designers and throwing shit together, and they also work for Rockstar, or whether they have a friend in Rockstar, and they went out and had a beer, and their friend said, hey, Vice City is the next location, and he decided to do it. Either way, just a confirmation. But I believe it was officially done by Rockstar, because it came from Rockstar. Whether Rockstar officially said, hey, do it, or somebody accidentally spilled the beans, like a Rockstar employee accidentally spilled the beans while having a beer with a friend, or dip a guacamole with a friend. I don't know what you do with your friends. I don't know. Drink soda water. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so either way, it is officially from Rockstar's mouth, either it be from the CEO or a developer or game tester or whatever.
I was expecting a Red Dead Redemption game, so they kind of just came back. That kind of came out of the blue. It's also we don't know when they're going to.
Well, we just got Red Dead Redemption 2, so I mean, like, we just got Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't think they make another Red Dead game so soon.
Yeah. But I mean, Red Dead's quite fun. I've played it once or twice.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten to our RP server of Red Dead yet. See how that is. Because I've been so busy getting settled into DOIJ and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, congrats on that again. But, like I was saying, how I know that this, wasn't just Fox saying, hey, let's do this, it's kind of like a fun little thing, celebrate, because it's also the NFL's 100th 100th year as the NFL. So
that's cool.
So they could have done that, but they did a whole little segment. And again, how I know that this wasn't just Fox going, hey, let's just kind of do this, is because they only showed it for about 10-12 seconds tops. So I know it was as they're going away to a commercial break. So it wasn't in the middle of a commercial break. It wasn't, hey, going back to commercial break. It was as it's going away, a few seconds. And if you put, now I know whoever, and I said this in the last video that I did last night, about 12 hours ago actually, funnily enough, about 12 hours ago, like, it even if, which I know they're really good at their job, they're probably in the best of business, but either way, it's a lot of work to put together. I mean, I haven't done it, but I can just imagine it being a lot of work for not just that person, but also the people that have to take the photos and all that, because what you got to do to throw, and just not including the wording you got to put on it, that's probably the easiest part. But the photos, to get all of those, there's a lot of photos. There's probably a dozen or so photos, I think. I only saw a few seconds, so it's really hard to count. But, I mean, because you'd have to get them all for a photo shoot, or you'd have to pick them off offline, you'd have to pick and out of all those, they're NFL players. So they're probably, so I guarantee you they have a lot of paparazzi photos, So you'd have to go and find the best photos, and then you have to figure out how they fit together, like the best way to put them together. And then, I mean, so that right there is a lot of work. So, and just to show that for like less than 10-12 seconds tops, but I don't think it was in 10 seconds, to be honest. But, like if
it really does depend though. They could want to get the game a complete surprise and be like, or it's in the next blah 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 blah. But at the same time, who knows, right? I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. So.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. No, well, it wasn't really an advertisement. Like, it wasn't an advert. It was literally just like a photo. Like it's like they had just taken a like imagine if they took the Grand Theft Auto 5 cover photo, right? And they just stuck it up on TV for like without the M and without the rating and without the Rockstar logo. because it didn't have anything. It didn't have any logos on it. It just had the pictures and they, Super Bowl 54 and Miami. Imagine they had taken that and just put it on TV for less than 10 seconds. That's what they did. They just put it up. There was nothing moving. It was a photo on the TV for a few seconds. Which is why I think it was Rockstar, because that's something Rockstar would do, is something just subtle like that only people that had seen which Jeff Tutorials actually literally just put up a video. So I'm really curious if he's talking about what I'm talking about. That I actually tweeted this to. I wish I could find the thing. But so that's because I'm thinking, if you're Fox and you want to do this cool little thing, you're gonna put it up on. I mean, maybe you might not put it in a commercial break, like going to or coming from. You'd probably put it, which you could, but you're gonna have it for more than a few seconds.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do it more than once in a few hours. You know what I mean? And you're most likely gonna put it, because you got these little monitors that you have, like on the when you're going between the quarters. Like if you're kind of giving a quick review, whatever. And on the halftime, when you're kind of talking about things, you have those monitors, you're probably going to throw it up there and be like, hey, look at this. You might make a little poster and be like, hey, this, just for fun. And if it was, which it wasn't, if it was to help celebrate, the 100th year, they would have had it, because the 100th year celebration was before kickoff began. Kickoff, for those who don't know, is basically when they start the game. It's the official start of the game. They kick it to one end, the other team catches it, and they start the game. That's the basic definition of what it is. The celebration of 100 years of football was before kickoff. It was before the game began, and this was good 10-20 minutes plus into the game. So it was definitely before the halftime. But so they would have done it, sometime during the celebration, even if it was right after, as it was ending. They just pop it up for maybe 30 seconds. Like then we could have put it up for a few seconds and whatever. But so I mean, okay, now this is where I'm gonna cut the podcast short, because I really want to see Jeff Tutorial's video. I want to see if he is talking about what I tweeted out last night, or if he has a photo of it. I almost feel like it's not real, because it caught me by such surprise to see that. You know what I mean, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Like it caught me by such surprise that by the time I stood there for a few seconds in awe. I was like, oh my gosh, I know what this is. Like, I didn't think they would do this, but it makes sense. Which, going back to what Noah asked earlier, do I think it's because of the Super Bowl? Yes, because I think that Rockstar, because now they obviously know that rumors are going around. People know GTA 6 is coming. There are a lot of rumors on leaks out there. And I think they're kind of playing along with that.
And many people talking about the game for it not to come out.
Yeah, so I mean, and so so I could totally see Rockstar just kind of, telling, and this is like the best time to do it, not just because of Super Bowl, but I'll get into that for a minute, or in a minute. But because it's sports, which have a lot of players, so they could have easily been, hey, why don't they just put a bunch of player faces, do this, we can secretly announce, without people really knowing, that this is where the next Grand Theft Auto is going to be. All right, I go 9. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great time at school, my friend. But so that'd be perfect time for me to do that. But then also, the reason that Super Bowl is biggest timing is because I guarantee you, pretty much everybody in the United States anyway. I don't know about internationally. I'm sure internationally as well. But anybody with the television is going to be watching the Super Bowl. So
I mean, you can watch it over here, but I don't know what the extent is. But
yeah. So I mean,
I was on TeamSpeak once, and there was a British guy watching the Super Bowl, and he was like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?" And I'm just out there, watch that stuff.
Exactly. You can watch it internationally. It is probably the biggest televised event internationally every year, and not including the Olympics every 4 years. The Olympics don't count for every year, because that's not televised every year. They have reruns, but that's... the Olympics count for every 4 years, whatever. They count for that statistic. So before you go going, well, the Olympics is really what, the biggest internationally televised event. It's like, yeah, that's every 4 years, okay? And I love the Olympics, don't get me wrong. I love watching the Olympics. But, yeah, we're talking about every year. Yes, so it is the biggest televised event that happens every year. International, not just nationally, but internationally. So for them to do that, that kind of gives out the word a little bit, and you're actually guaranteed to actually get, a lot more people to see it. And but also minimize the amount of people seeing it because they only had it for a few seconds. So, I mean, it's... Yeah, I still can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did it in this way. I mean, which kind of makes me think that they're really going to be going in a whole new direction for Grand Theft Auto 6. Because, now, I don't remember specifically the details of every single time they released a previous game, like all the trailers and all that, but I know they've never done this. They have never just put up like a cover photo on television, period. On television, the internet, whatever. Normally it's a trailer. Yeah, normally it's a trailer or a teaser trailer or, just whatever.
Like 3 or 4 teaser trailers, then the actual game trailer.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And it's actually gotten more of, it used to not be like 3 or 4 teaser trailers.
It's not these days. It'll be 2 to 3, maybe 4 teaser trailers, and then they'll do the actual game trailer. And then you play the game, we're just like, don't like it. I wasted my money on it. But I'm actually looking forward to GTA 6.
And actually, here's the funny thing, is it was actually really smart for Rockstar to do it in this manner, because they showed I think it was like they showed before kickoff, but I think it was after kickoff. They showed like a little statistic of it wasn't right after kickoff. It was sometime during the game. Early in the game, they showed these 4 little statistics, whatever, and like basically it was 4 little comparisons of Super Bowl 4 and today's Super Bowl. So I remember a few of them. Super Bowl 4, ticket to that was $15, right? Now today it's a little over $2,000 per ticket, the average ticket price. I know, right? That's a massive joke. It's 50 years.
More than £200 for a ticket if I have to. I mean, the only thing I'd ever spend over £200 is on a plane ticket.
Yeah, I know. Plane tickets are a lot cheaper.
Or a hotel or something like that, but never on a ticket for a football.
I know, right?
Son?
But yeah, that's not like that's not like the penthouse. I don't think they're called penthouses.
I don't want another penthouse.
They're not called like the.
They'll be like 4 or 5, maybe 6,000, maybe more. If maybe not more expensive.
Yeah.
Like.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It was insane. I think it was like 2,500, but I know it was a little over $2,000. It wasn't $3,000. It was between 2 and 2,500. So. Yeah, and then
it's just sad that people pay the cash to do that, and I'm just like,
yeah.
You save up all your this football game.
Yeah. And now here's the now here's the one here's the other one that I remember that I wish I could remember the others, but this is the relevant one to today. Here's the pricing for a 30-second advertisement, right? Just 30 seconds, keep this in mind. Super Bowl 4 was about $750, right? For 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Today, again, for 30 seconds of commercial time, is $5.6 million.
Holy fuck!
I know! So that's why Rockstar is smart to do it this way, because they're saving themselves millions of dollars. They still had to pay for it, I'm sure. But
I mean, if you could just see my face, just stare at my face, it's like.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
So hopefully when I get
I'm sure your jaw just went through the floor and down to Earth Center. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like, I don't mind it. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, Rockstar had for like about 10 seconds tops, right? So, and it doesn't even have their name on it. It doesn't have whatever. So I'm sure they got a massive discount, just despite the fact that no one really knows. Well, we do. Now you probably should know if you watch this. But immediately watching that, no one's really gonna know that it was Rockstar behind it. So they can't charge them. Hey, look, you're advertising. Your game, whatever, your product. So you got to charge, $2.something million because it's less than the 30 seconds. So, and it's not a moving advert, right? It's just a sitting still advert, so that's got to save them money. So the fact that so they probably saved a ton of money, got a little teaser out there, because that's what Rockstar does, and they do that best. That is like
that's quite cool.
So I mean, they did it brilliantly. I mean, they probably still had to shell out $1 million or so, but $1 million was 5.6. We all know Rockstar now. Now I know companies love to save money, but Rockstar really loves to save money, and they've gotten better over, trying to do like the cheaper things. Because now I don't mean that like game development. I mean like in terms of content wise, they try to get more money out of us for less product. They've gotten like DLC wise, and I know the DLCs are free. The GTA Online DLCs are free. I know that, but they actually still make money because people buy shark cards. So
Oh my god! So, the Squarebox are making enough money off people buying the game and then buying shark cards, plus with their income from Red Dead. Yeah. I'm surprised they're not calling it after the GTA. Focusing more on maybe new games or the Red Dead.
Yeah, but Thorough Game Line production is going to be for that'll be for another podcast. Maybe that'll be for Wednesday's podcast.
I think if I have the free time tonight, I might sit down and record one, but I'm not confirming that 100% because I've got to do some stuff with it for DOJ, and this really needs to work, and it's just started draining.
Yeah, nice. I actually don't worry about it. I actually don't worry about it. We'll go live Wednesday, and if we can, we'll record some tomorrow. If not a big deal. I don't worry about it. I mean, if you're really busy one day, that's fine. We all get busy. Busy happens. As long as you're being as active as possible.
Depending on how my dispatching goes tonight, I may have time to record tomorrow. Who knows?
I say don't rush it because DOJ. I hear DOJ is a lot more strict, so I wouldn't rush it.
10 times stricter.
Exactly. So I would put the recording on the back burner for tomorrow. I wouldn't try and even think about trying to do that tonight because then you're just gonna be trying to rush yourself, and then you're probably gonna mess up, and you might do something really wrong, and you might get a strike or whatever. So I mean,
it's like DOJ is strict. They actually use 1019, 1093 quite a bit.
Nice.
Because during my training I saw quite a few scenarios happening in RTO, quite a lot. And I'm just like, oh my god. But I nailed my dispatcher fast.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, well, fortunately we are out of time, so thank you all so much for joining. If you want to go and join our Discord server, it'll be the second link in the description. First clickable link. The first link in the description will have to be copy and paste, unfortunately, so I can figure out how to get that to not be that. Stay tuned for the first charity stream testing sometime Thursday. I'm still getting in touch with my friend on that, on what game he wants to play, what thing we're going to do. I still have it to copy, or to finish, not copying, but take way too long. But I've still got to send the list to Stephanie, of which it is like PayPal has a lot of charities on it. I mean, it is a ridiculous amount. I mean,
we got it lots of guys.
I mean, it is insane. I mean, Stephanie, when I sent you the link, you're gonna see all the animal charities. That took me about 2-3 days, and that wasn't even all of them.
Jesus.
I mean, it's a lot. And then
I love animals, but I also love children. So
oh yeah, there's a lot of different categories. There's a lot of different categories. So what we're actually gonna do, I gotta go revise my test. See you guys. All right, no, thank you so much for joining us. See ya. Good luck on your test. I know you don't need it, but good luck anyway. I know you're gonna rock that thing, or not rock it, whatever you want to do. But yeah. So what we actually have decided to make it quicker to start these things is we're gonna get a small list. I'm gonna try and limit it to around between 10 and 20. That I'm gonna put per category, except for animals, because that's a lot already. And I'm not deleting a lot. Just that would be yeah. So I mean, I think about between 10 and 20. We'll see. However many I feel like doing. I'm gonna try to do at least 10, but I'm gonna try not to go over 20. Per category, I'm gonna send that to her. We're gonna get that done. I'm gonna test, do a test stream of it on Thursday with my friend. It'll be a non-podcast charity stream. We're going to see how that goes. That means hopefully I'll come and donate. I'll see if that money goes to PayPal and then stays in PayPal, or if it goes to my bank account. If it does go to my bank account, I'll have to try and contact, because I can't figure out how to make sure it doesn't. I'll have to contact PayPal and figure out how not to get that. And then either way, that money will go to the charity. Which will be announced, in the stream. And then, like I said, that's a test. There'll be a test charity stream. It'll be a few hours. And then hopefully Steph and I will be doing a podcast charity stream, which we'll be doing in-game. Kind of something to do. Y'all will be able to join us in-game. A few people will be able to join us in studio. I did not run that red light. But, that'll hopefully be happening next week. We're going to have to try and get a day and time for that. We're going to try and do it at least once a week, because we want to help out as many charities as we can. So there are a lot of charities, and then a lot of categories. So, and these are just ones on the PayPal website. So, if there's one on that's not on PayPal, then we'll figure that out, and but for now we're sticking to PayPal ones. Just for simplicity's sake, trying to make this as simple as possible to kind of get people help. So yeah, that's that. So test stream will be Thursday. Steph, if you want, hopefully you can join us. We might be playing the Division 2. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be playing. I'll try and announce that in the podcast server. I'm not going to make an announcement. I'll put it in announcements. But I'm just going to tag probably at here. I'm not going to add everyone. And then I will.
The same command, by the way.
What?
At here, everyone's basically the same command.
Say what? Oh, I don't know what she just said, but she has temporary alarm. Now she's back. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I'm just gonna but at here, everyone's pretty much the same command thing.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Same thing. Right here, everyone's basically the same thing.
So everyone's gonna get tagged. Yeah. Everyone will get tagged for the test stream, and it'll only get tagged for that for the non-podcast test stream. For the test stream. That'll be it. Then after that, for the non-podcast charity streams, it'll be in the uploaded content. I'll tag YouTube Notified. But we'll only tag everybody for the non-podcast charity stream to be, to kind of make sure it goes well and make sure we can actually, people can actually do it all right and all that, and see how the quality is, and make sure, make sure the link works and all that, and make sure PayPal is working the way we want it to, and try and raise some money. And the most important thing. So, but yeah, so we'll hopefully be doing that at least once a week. So I know, like podcast wise and non-podcast wise, I know I'll be doing it probably every other day if I can. I'll probably be doing some solo gameplay if nobody wants to join me. If people want to join me, great. But yeah, so that's there. That'll be happening very soon because it's Monday, so we have just a few days. So with that, the next podcast is going to be on Wednesday, and then maybe one between then. I don't know. But I say I don't know because like I know the next one after Wednesday is Saturday, but I don't know if we might do one before then. Not entirely sure. You never know. Something could pop up, pop off, whatever. But anyway, first clickable link is to the Discord, to the official DOIJ podcast Discord server. Please go ahead and click that. If you want to join DOIJRP, then go ahead and click the fourth link in the description, or fifth link in the description, sorry. And that'll take you to the interview server. We have PS4, Xbox One, and PC, or 5M, GTA 5 roleplay. We have PS4 and Xbox One. Almost said Scarlet. Don't have that yet. That's not even out yet. PS4 and Xbox One Red Dead Redemption roleplay. I don't know if we have PC RDR2 roleplay. I'd imagine we're going to wait till invite only lobbies. I was about to say infinite only. Infinite only lobbies. Where you are turned into an infinite loop 8. Or infinite 8 loop. I'd imagine that we're going to wait till we can do invite only lobbies, seeing that's how I'm sure on PC modding is insane. And I don't think we're going to have, like, I know that, what do they call it? The people behind LSPDF4 and LCPD4 and all that. I know they're making an RDR FR, or yeah, I think that's the con, is RDR FR, which is basically Red Dead Redemption First Response. So that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. So hopefully they can finish that up soon, and then we'll use that. But for now, we'll catch you in the next podcast. We'll catch you in the charity stream. Hopefully you all will share the news of the charity stream coming to this channel, coming to this podcast server and do this podcast, and we will hopefully raise a lot of money for a lot of good causes. So as well as stuff our bank accounts for giveaways for you all. So don't forget, do that. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, join the official DOIJ podcast server over on Discord, which is the link again. Second link, first clickable link in the description. Join that and get a notification bell if you want to be notified when you go live with the next official DOIJ podcast. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you want to know whenever I go live. I'll be hopefully going live again tomorrow, if not later today. So yeah, stay tuned, stay awesome. Thank you all so much for listening in. As always, we will